We started this morning probably around 8. Yeah, about 5 hours in, but we got a ton of work done. A ton of work done in 6 hours. I can't thank enough of my team today.
So it's the 25th anniversary of what they call the Railroad Green. So it's this area here. It's maintained by the Warwick Garden Club. So they came to us and asked us, hey, we've got this spot. We know it was a fountain years ago. Can you come in and help us get it looking nice again? Well, he'll transform this area into a beautiful fountain.
What kind of fountain are we building?
So, well, this is one of the old ones. They used to be on what was called an aqua basin. You can see this orange line right here. That's going to be a new larger basin. And what's going to happen is we're going to use aqua blocks with the pump wall. And then we're going to be planning on stacking 3 large Aquascape Spheres, the Stacked Slate Spheres. One's going to go on a large aqua block here. We're going to do another one on a small aqua block, and then one on top of the regular basin. So we have 3 different heights, similar to the fountain setup that we did over at Dan Chester's house. And these are just going to be disappearing into the ground. See what we can come up with to make a really cool design. And today is the day before, and we're actually out here getting ready and prepped for the event.
Take this old basin out and dig a hole to put the aqua blocks.
And we're gonna be doing 20 small aqua blocks. Since this is in a commercial area, we wanna have a big water reservoir so we don't have a problem with this thing running dry. Plus we wanna be able to contain all the splash. So the larger the basin, the more splash you can contain. So as you can see, we have tons of stuff here this morning. We have a whole bunch of aqua blocks. We have these patio pods. These things are awesome. You can set them up on your patio, right? And put a little bit of water and some small little tiny goldfish in this size, a little bigger goldfish in there, and some aquatic plants. But we're gonna be using them today as planters. One of them is gonna actually get cut and Frenched into the stacked slate sphere, and we're gonna put a big lotus inside there, and the trickling of the fountain is gonna keep that lotus wet. So all this stuff here is gonna turn into an awesome fountainscape. We only got about 6-7 hours. We're trying to get this done by middle afternoon. Hopefully we can do it, but with the guys over there, I'm sure we can. So yesterday, the guys got a lot of this stuff prepped. They got the aqua block pieces in so we can see the size of the basin. This morning what we're gonna do is Ralphie's gonna get the sit transit set up, which he has in his hands now, and that's gonna allow us to shoot our levels. So we're gonna check our levels in here, make sure everything's the correct height. We're looking to be roughly about, somewhere around 13 inches deep. The blocks are about 9.5 inches tall, and we need room on top of those for some gravel. Hopefully the guys dug it a little extra deep so we can just put some fresh soil on the bottom and level it out. I also have to dig a hole a little extra deep, which you'll see in a little bit, and that's going to show you how the pump vault goes in. The pump vault actually has to sit a little bit below the block. The blocks sit at all one level, and the pump vault sits below. And the reason for that is it's a sump area for the pump. It allows the pump to utilize all the water in the block. What we're trying to achieve here, man, when we had knocked the bottom on it, it kind of looked like a dome or like an igloo and not a sphere. So, and we want them all at 3 different heights. Originally, my plan was to use a large aqua block, but that would set this thing up way too high. We're using a small aqua block to raise this one. That one there is going to sit right on the basin itself. And then this here, Chris had a great idea to use the tops, just the tops, and we kind of got it to be about half the height of the other block. And if we want to adjust the height, we can either add another top or take one away, and we can adjust the height of this sphere.
So what do you guys have to do to set up plumbing?
I don't know.
Good answer.
Inside these spheres, we're going to run hard PVC. And what we're looking to do is have an elbow down below. I got to put a hole in the bottom of this one so the pipe can come out. This one here is sitting on aqua blocks with a space in the middle, so I don't have to cut a hole. Ultimately, we want this pipe to stick up about this high in here, maybe a couple inches up, and then we'll put foam around the open space around the pipe. A nice little tip would be taking some spray paint and spraying these, trying to match the object as close as possible. water will splash down, keeping this wet, so this lotus lives, hopefully. So when you do this, you kind of want to, in certain areas, do it as random as possible, which is probably one of the hardest parts to making it look natural. Everybody always wants every rock to touch each other. You kind of want to spread it all out. And you want random different sizes. Like Raphael just asked me, hey Timmy, you want a bigger one? So he'll bring a bigger one from the truck and we'll place it right here to break this up. We're going to also add some aquatic plants in between the rocks to give it more of a natural look. But once again, you really don't want the rocks in a complete row all the way around here. Most people start off with a square basin and end with a square basin. And your ultimate goal is to start off square and end with an organic shape. So this outside liner edge here, we want it slanting towards the fountain. You don't want it laying flat so the water runs out. You want the water splash to come down and hit the liner and then run into the basin. So if you can keep this on a pitch going like that, it's a smarter way to do it. And then also over here, we actually dug the basin out a little bit further. We had more liner and we kind of just scalloped the area out and made it lower. Chris dug that earlier. So any of the water that falls here falls onto these plants and then goes back to the aqua blocks. Once again, the splash is contained within inside the basin as much as possible. Raphael was drilling out holes in the top of these spheres so he can mount the lights. It's really important when you put these in place, we gotta make sure we have these wires come out. The last thing you wanna do is have everything in place right now and these wires are not coming out of the bottom of your fountain. So we actually ran them down and ran all to one spot. We have 3 lights, one in the top of each fountain, and then we're gonna be adding some outside lighting. And then all that will connect together, and then there will be a home run wire that runs back to the electric behind me over there, and that'll hook into a transformer, and it'll come on automatically at nighttime. I'll probably leave these on auto because it's a public place, so when it gets dark, they'll come on in the morning when the sun rises, they'll shut off. It really adds tons of extra viewing time to your fountains or your waterfalls or even your landscape by lighting it up at night. Yeah, we started this morning probably around 8. So yeah, about 5 hours in. And I mean, we did have help yesterday from Ryan and Aaron, which was great. They were able to come and prep the area. But we got a ton of work done. A ton of work done in 6 hours. I can't thank enough of my team today.
So how'd you enjoy today?
Oh, it was awesome.
Nice.
Learned a lot. Got to work outside. Beautiful day. My name's Chris. I'm from Hopewell Junction, New York, and I came out here today to do the fountain waterfall demo. This is awesome. I have to say, it was really cool going through the process and seeing it all take shape. And you know, one minute you just have a bunch of aqua blocks, and the next thing you know, you have beautiful water feeding. I gotta say, Raphael and Jonathan, man, they work hard. And Tim was an awesome teacher. And between the 3 guys, I really learned a lot. It was a great experience.
So everything's finally in place and the fountains are running and they look awesome. I really love how all the plantings came out. We got some plants that could take some partial shade and sun in the front there, the corabells and some of the flowers. In the back corner over there, we have some hostas. Up in that one first patio pond that we placed there, the water's dripping in there. And the reason why it's dripping in there is because that's a lotus and that needs to stay wet. So that bowl is actually touching the stacked slate spheres. And as the water comes down, it's gonna make that into a mud bath for that lotus and it's gonna really love that. And then we have some annual plants up in the top ones, which will just need some watering every, maybe twice a week or something like that by the gardening club. I hope you really enjoyed this episode and learned a lot. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and press the like button. It means a lot to me and my team, and we sure work hard to make these videos for you to enjoy. See you next week on the weekly vlog of Garden State Boys.